own bar right now, Shelby? It's a bit strange for a woman to have her own bar she manages, right? Could this be one of those girl bar type places where only women are hired to attract more men in? I wouldn't be upset with you or anything for doing something like that, but I just never saw you as the person who would start business doing that.
Tina? It's been a while. You're right, I have my own bar that I'm managing. It's a bar where I like to serve up more sports bar type foods, while also keeping the cocktails and such a bit more classy. So please, don't think of it as anything sexual like that, alright? I'm actually putting almost all my time into the place right now, and I have a lot of dignity in the place I've created.
Oh? Well, the next time we have a class reunion, I'll make sure we throw it there. This will be for all our class from back in the day, so I can start asking all of them if they'd like to come. It's been a while since all of us have seen one another, so I think it'd be a great idea and loads of fun.
That's all fine, but having that many people showing up to my bar might not actually work, especially since I haven't talked to most of the people from back in school for so long now, and a lot of them might have moved away. We'd also have to work on reaching out to every single person from our class that is still close to us, and then work on actually getting my bar set up for all of them to come and party here. I have a lot of tables, but maybe not as many as we need.
You can leave all of that to me. I'll make sure everything is all ready for the reunion. And hey, you know about how I'm a pretty popular girl, right? So I'm sure everyone will know about the reunion soon enough, and I won't even have to go through the troubles of inviting each and every person. I just want you to do what you do there at that bar and get the food and drinks ready for us.
Are you sure? Isn't that going to be a lot of work for you then? Maybe ask a couple of your closer friends to come and help you out?
I guess I could do that. Well then, let me see if Gavin would like to come and help me out. What? Didn't you used to like Gavin a lot back when we were all in high school? I'm sure you'll love being able to see him again if he comes to the reunion.
Come on now, Tina. I told you back then I was never really that into him. Gavin and I were just casual friends, nothing more. And back in those days, I happened to have another man that I was really in love with. I'm sure you knew that yourself too, so please stop it with this whole thing again.
Sure. Well, all of that was years ago now, so don't feel like I hold anything against you for it, all right? I'm sure that you are much more mature now, and that there won't be anything going on between us anymore, right? Of course, back then I was really up in arms about you, thinking that you were a complete witch, but that was only because you knew that I liked him, but continued to hang out with him all the time.
But here's the thing. I wasn't around him because I liked him like that. I was around him all the time because he became a good friend of mine and happened to hang out with a guy I had been crushing on. The fact that Gavin didn't want to go out with you when you confessed to him is a completely different story, all right? It has nothing to do with me, and you should know that by now. So can we stop talking about it and get back to planning things for the reunion you want to have?
I know all about it, Shelby. About your games behind the scenes. Gavin and I were doing so well together before you came along, and the reason he ended up saying no to me must have been because of something you did. And I think that you did had made him like you more than me, and that's not something I took lightly back in those days.
I get that him and I were pretty close to one another then, but the only reason him and I ever really became friends is because back then I had a crush on his buddy Brett, and so I was always around Gavin while around Brett. I was aware that you had a crush on Gavin at the time and didn't mean to keep him away from you. Was I ever trying to push you away from him? No. Did I ever at any point say that I was going out with him then? No. So just leave it be already.
There we go. So you were with Gavin all the time even though I wanted him. You really are the worst of the worst. If you saw that I wanted him to be my boyfriend, then why be around him all the time, taking his eyes off of me?
I told you it wasn't like that. I never made any moves for Gavin. Why don't you go and ask him about it if you're so concerned still? I'm sure he'd be more than happy to tell you what happened back then and why he never said yes to you.
What? So you're telling me you never knew you were taking him away from me? Well, that just means you're a complete witch then. So it's confirmed. You are a terrible person and shouldn't be able to get away with that.
I don't think you're even listening to me.
Well, all of that is in the past now, right? And we no longer have anything against one another anymore from then. So let's get back on track and think about having this class reunion at your bar. When I've gone out and asked everyone, I'll give you an update of the head count.
All right, thank you. You were really stressing me out there for a second, so I hope you're honest about not holding anything against me anymore.
Shelby, long time no see. I'm sure you've already heard from Trudy about the class reunion she wants to throw, right?
Gavin, how's it been going with you? As for the reunion, she said she wants around 40 people to come. That surprised me quite a bit. I don't think she understands how everyone feels about her after so many years have gone by. Does she even have half of their contact information?
I never really thought she, out of anyone, would want that many people coming. I'm surprised myself here.
You and her went out to start asking people, right? I'm sure it's been a struggle for you having to be around her all the time again, but thank you for doing that.
It wasn't that bad for me, actually. I still happen to be friends with a lot of guys from school, and so I asked them to help us round people up as well. But on Tina's end, I'm not sure she was really able to convince anyone to come yet. I'm sure she'll at least get a few people that she knows to come.
I see. So you guys are still really close to one another then?
I go out a lot still with Brett to get lunch and such. He said he'll be coming to this class reunion as well. He hasn't changed a bit since school, if that matters at all to you.
Is that right? Well, then him and I should be able to talk to one another like we always did.
I'm sure you'll be able to talk with me the same way as well, right? To be honest, I'm still really sorry about what happened back then. I can tell I was still a child then, and I'm glad I'm finally grown up now. The whole reason you and Brett were never able to be a thing is all my fault, right?
Would you stop that? That's all in the past now, all right? I don't blame you for any of what went on then.
But right as you were about to start talking to Brett about your feelings, I got confessed to by Trudy, and I let it happen right there in front of you both. I feel so selfish for doing that to you. I'm so sorry, Shelby.
I told you to not apologize for that. I myself never thought something like that would happen right then. You and her had always been a bit strange with one another, but I'm thankful you always stuck around me and Brett while having to deal with Tina.
But actually, back then I was kind of into the both of you at the same time. Had I not let what happened happen, then maybe you and Brett would have been able to date. That's how I felt about that situation ever since.
Huh? Really? Wait, I never knew that you had feelings for me as well. Are you alright? If something like that gets out, you might be making Brett pretty upset with you.
Well, that was all a long time ago, right? We're both able to talk about things like that while laughing. He's even told me that he's really looking forward to seeing you at the event.
Wow. I'm a little bit nervous now. I'm really looking forward to seeing him myself.
I hope you're looking forward to seeing me as well, though.
Of course, I'm excited to see you too. You and I haven't really talked in ages, so it'll be nice to see how you've been and catch up. I'll make sure to make up some extra special foods for you then as well. I hope you'll enjoy all of it.
Wait, you work at that Spanish restaurant right now? Are you working part-time there or something?
What are you talking about? I thought that this class reunion was going to have to be taking place at my bar that I run. Since I'm the one running it, Tina said it would be easier to have an event there since I can make the place private for the day.
Huh? But the restaurant that Tina sent me a link to where she reserved course dinners is at a Spanish restaurant. What's going on here?
That idiot. I see what's going on here now. She told me that she had nothing against me now, but that's not true at all.
Wait, what's going on here, Shelby? What's she planning on doing here?
I'll explain it to you in just a bit.
Oh, this is not good. I'm going to be late. I'm sure that everyone is already there and ready to party, right? I'm sure right now you're freaking out, right?
Oh, hi, Tina. I was just thinking about sending you a message about this. I'm glad you thought the same thing.
I'm sure you're freaking out over the fact that nobody's come to your bar yet, right? Well, that's because I'm going to have to cancel that reservation I had there for 40 people. I actually really hate your freaking guts still, so I wanted to make sure to take down your bar in one swift move. So that's why nobody has even shown up yet.
But we're all here having a great time right now. Thank you for getting me all these people to come and enjoy my bar's drinks and cooking. Today I think I might make enough in profits to be able to take all of next month off.
What? What are you talking about?
I knew about your plans to try and hurt me, so I made sure to make a solution of that right away before the day of the reunion. So that's why the only person that's going to be left in pain is you, Tina. All of the people you and Gavin invited have all shown up to my bar and are having a great time.
Huh? There's no way that's the case. I already went ahead and told everyone that even would be nice taking place at this Italian restaurant that I booked. I have a reservation there for 40 people to get course dinners served to them tonight.
That's what I heard. But after talking to everyone myself about what's happened, they all understood the situation and decided to come to my bar instead.
What did you say?
I'm surprised everyone is just as friendly with me as I remember. All I had to do was talk to a few of them, and the news of what you were up to spread like wildfire. I really didn't have to do a whole lot to get them to come here. Gavin even came and helped me out, and the transition was so smooth.
Gavin went and helped you out as well? Are you telling me even now you and him are still a thing?
Come on, Tina. I've already told you so many times now that him and I were never a thing. Him and I have always been close friends, and so even now him and I were able to talk to one another like friends. And well, as we were talking a little while back, he mentioned something that made me realize what you were up to. Gavin realized that you had still not grown up and chose to come and help me instead.
So, in other words, you're saying that Gavin now thinks of me as a bad person?
I'm thinking that everyone at this reunion now thinks of you as a bad person, or at least worse than you were back in high school. You're like the same old schoolgirl that you were years ago, never maturing and staying the exact same way. I sort of feel bad for you for never being able to grow out of your old kid's clothing. Well, if you've not been told this already, holding on to your past like that and trying to hurt me still is not something that will treat you well in your adult years.
Why the hell is this happening? The fact that Gavin has gone to your side in this matter means that he's definitely your boyfriend. I'm sure you both have been together ever since school and never broke up. So now you think you can mess with me because I was never able to be with him? You're a jerk, you absolute witch.
No. Are you ever going to listen to anything anyone ever says to you? You were the one planning to mess with me first by making this reservation at my bar and then canceling it last minute. The only person here who has been a witch is you. And it's not just Gavin that's on my side, but everyone else from school.
No freaking way. Why did you even figure out about my plan? I bet you hated the idea of me being able to throw a reunion with the help of Gavin and did something to win him over to you again. I've been fooled for the last time.
Come on. You are not listening to me, Trudy. He was the one to contact me first about all of this. And him and I would never have anything together because he's already married now. He never had any plans of making things happen with you either.
Huh? Gavin? He's married currently?
Yes. He's both married and has kids of his own now. That means no matter what you expected to happen, he wasn't going to do anything with you. And actually, he kind of hates you still. Especially now.
This is a straight up lie. Gavin and I used to always be so close to one another in school. And when him and I were getting people to come to the reunion, we both worked so well together as a couple. He was so happy to be with me inviting all those people.
There it is. You are too far lost in this dream world of yours. Gavin just happens to be a nice guy and wanted to help you set up the class reunion. That's all. He happens to have a lot of friends from school still, so he thought it would help you out a lot having him around. None of his help had anything to do with him wanting to take things further with you or anything.
That's just what you want to keep believing, right? He would never say that he hates me like you've said.
But right now, Gavin is standing right next to me. He has been looking at my phone while I text you, and he's been laughing about it.
What? You're lying. What does Gavin really think of me then?
He thinks of you as just another rude witch. You would always try to confess to him in school, no matter how many times he told you no. And even now, he sort of feels as though you've been stalking him or something. I think he really does not care for you at all, Tina, so just let him go.
He would never say something like that about me.
But he's been saying that about you right now. But if you really want to hear it from him, then why don't you just talk to him? I have no reason to really know about any of this since it's between you both. I don't care about who you're into or about who you think likes you back. I have a life of my own, and I always have had one. and it's never revolved around you trying to get with Gavin.
No way. He's really thought of me like that then? I always thought that him and I were so close to one another, but you have ended up getting in the way of us once again, causing the love that we had for each other to die out.
No, I have not. I just happen to hang out with Gavin a lot as a friend, and it was only because I happened to really like his friend Brett a lot. And even if he did start to like me or me him, I'm sure we would rather just be friends than anything else. So whatever you think's been happening between us has never actually been true.
But look, you got in the way of him and I. You made him look away from me and towards you. That's why he ended up liking you over me and wanting to hang out with you more and more.
God, this is so stupid. I only ever started to hang out with Gavin because I liked Brett, and I never did anything else to make him like me any. He was well aware that you liked him, but he had other things going on that kept him away from you. So please, stop thinking of things like that.
But in the end, he never went out with me. Because of you, my love for him was never cared for.
That had nothing to do with me. Rather, it was all because you made him hate you. So stop blaming people for your lack of being a good person, all right? It's childish. Also, you happen to be hated by a lot of people in school. All of the girls in our class hated you, right? Well, a lot of the guys started to see that and were wondering why people didn't like you.
What? A lot of the other girls in our class hated me. It's just because I was the most cutest girl in our grade, right?
No, they hated you because you excused everything you did to others by being cute and innocent. You were the type of girl that would put others down just to make yourself look better and then turn around and act like you never did anything hurtful. That's why you barely had any friends back then, right?
I never did that.
Well, can't we use what you tried doing to me this time as an example of that? You wanted to make me feel terrible, all so that you could be happy and feel as though you came out on top. You really love laughing in other people's faces when they are in a painful situation, don't you? You really had to lie through your teeth last time when you said you didn't hold anything against me anymore.
I know that. Wait, about this place, the restaurant that I reserved for everyone. They are telling me I can't cancel the reservation anymore. So can you have everyone move over to this restaurant and come join me?
You have no right to be asking me something like that now. You thought after what you did, I'd just be nice to you again? You wanted to destroy my bar, didn't you?
I get that, but I'm over it now. They just gave me the bill for the 40 people they're expecting to serve soon. I can't pay for all of this. So the only thing I can do now is have you send all of them over to this place for the reunion.
That's not happening. Most of them won't even come where you were to ask them right now. Nobody here is going to help take responsibility for something you did to yourself.
Don't say things like that. I'm telling you, I can't pay for 40 people's course meals but myself. Hey, please just help me out here. Tell them to come over and eat here, please.
What the hell do you think you're saying? You were just talking about taking down my bar. Having to run a business is not some kind of game to me. Had I not known about your plans to ruin me, I'd be at a major loss right now and would probably have to think about selling the place. It's crazy to think that someone would actually want to cancel last minute like that, right after I've already started making food and everything for 40 people.
But I told you already, I won't ever do anything like that again. But making me have to take responsibility for all of this is not fair to me.
So you've learned from this already? Then when are you going to get around to saying you're sorry? I haven't heard I'm sorry from you this whole time.
Well, I'm sorry. I promise to never do anything like this again. So can you please help me out of this mess now?
Of course you'll never do anything like this again, because there will never be another chance for you. This time, everyone was more than willing to change plans to come to my bar. And the next time we have a reunion, you're not going to be invited. It looks to me like a lot of people from our class don't like you at all.
Don't say things like that. Please, if you don't do anything to help me, then I'm going to be stuck paying $4,000. I can't pay that kind of money, so do something.
I don't care. You started all of this yourself, so you figure a way out of it yourself, you freaking idiot.
Please don't say that to me. Right now I have no clue what to do. You already told me that Gavin hates my guts, and now I have to pay this kind of money? Also, I just had to hear about how Gavin is already married.
Shut the hell up and quit whining. You've been doing things that make people hate you ever since school, so stop acting like you ever had a chance with a man when that chance was burned long ago.
All right. I'm sorry, all right? So please do something. Help me out.
Right now, I'm having a really good time talking to everyone I haven't seen in so long while making food and drinks. I don't have time to talk to you anymore as I have this reunion to focus on, so I'm leaving now. Thank you for getting this large amount of people into my bar. That's the one kind thing you've ever done for me. Now that you've gone and lost both your money and the man of your dreams, You can go get a taste of hell. After that, I completely blocked Tina's phone number and ensured she couldn't contact me anymore. From that moment on, I never had to deal with her again. It was such a relief to know that she couldn't bother me with her nonsense anymore. To make things even better, I later found out that Tina didn't even know the location of my bar. This meant I didn't have to worry about her showing up unannounced or causing trouble in person. Honestly, that was a big weight off of my shoulders. As I pieced together everything that had happened, I realized her latest scheme was to organize a reunion for our old classmates at that restaurant without including me. Her goal was to exclude me, but she made the mistake of letting her bad intentions show. When everyone found out about how she was trying to manipulate the situation to target me, her plan completely backfired. Instead of getting her way, Tina ended up alienating everyone else. The others saw through her behavior, and any chance she had of gaining sympathy or allies was completely ruined. In fact, Tina's actions only caused more people to turn against her. It wasn't just me who decided to block her number. Several others followed my lead, including Gavin. Tina's behavior pushed so many people away, and she only had herself to blame for the mess she created. As for me, things turned out far better than I could have ever imagined. During the reunion, I reconnected with Brett, and we ended up talking for hours. Even after the reunion officially ended and I started cleaning up the bar, Brett stayed with me. We talked late into the night, sharing stories and catching up on everything we had missed over the years. That conversation felt so natural and meaningful, and it was the beginning of something truly special. Not long after that night, Brett and I made a big decision. We decided to get married. The thought of starting a life together was exciting, and we both felt ready to take that step. Looking ahead, we're even talking about starting a family. It's just a matter of time before we have kids of our own, and I can already picture them playing with Gavin's children. It's amazing how life can take unexpected turns, and I feel so lucky to have found happiness amidst all the drama Tina had tried to create. Speaking of Tina, her downfall was both inevitable and honestly well-deserved. After her failed attempt to exclude me from the reunion, she ended up facing an entirely different kind of disaster. The restaurant where she hosted the event sent her a bill for $4,000. Tina, being Tina, tried to get out of paying it. Instead of handling the situation responsibly, she attempted to run out of the restaurant without settling the bill. Unfortunately for her, the staff at the restaurant had already anticipated her move. They noticed her suspicious behavior and called the police before she even made her escape attempt. So when Tina tried to dash out the door, 2 officers were already waiting for her. They quickly grabbed her and brought her back inside, making it clear that she couldn't just walk away from her financial obligations. At that point, Tina was given a choice: either pay the $4,000 bill immediately or spend the night in jail and face legal action. Realizing she had no way out, she reluctantly pulled out her credit card and paid the full amount. That moment must have been humiliating for her, but it was also a consequence of her own actions. The fallout from that night was severe for Tina. Not only did she lose a significant amount of money, but her reputation also took a major hit. Everyone from school knew what had happened, and any remaining goodwill she might have had was completely gone. People saw her for who she truly was, someone who schemed, manipulated, and ultimately brought destruction upon herself. Now, Tina faces the daunting task of trying to recover from the financial mess she created. It will likely take her years to pay off the debt from that night. On top of that, she has to live with the knowledge that her former classmates genuinely dislike her. Tina always seemed desperate for validation and attention, but her actions only served to push people further away. To be fair, everything that happened to Tina was the result of her own choices. She brought this on herself, and I can't find it in me to feel sorry for her. She wanted to cause trouble for me, but instead she ended up sabotaging her own life. The irony of it all isn't lost on me, and I think it's safe to say her downfall was a form of poetic justice. Looking back, I hope Tina has learned something from all of this. Maybe she'll think twice before trying to manipulate or hurt others in the future. Then again, knowing Tina, it's hard to say if she'll truly change. Regardless, her drama is no longer my problem. As for me, I'm focusing on the positives in my life. Reconnecting with Brett was a blessing, and I'm excited about the future we're building together. The drama with Tina feels like a distant memory now, and I'm more than happy to leave it in the past where it belongs. In the end, life has a funny way of working out. Tina tried to bring me down, but instead she ended up exposing her true colors to everyone. Meanwhile, I found happiness and love in the process. If there's one thing I've learned from all of this, it's that karma has a way of balancing things out. Tina's actions caught up with her, and she's paying the price, literally and figuratively. So here's to moving forward and leaving all the negativity behind. Tina can deal with the consequences of her choices, and I'll continue focusing on the people and experiences that truly matter. Life is too short to waste on drama and bitterness. All I can do is hope Tina finally realizes that too. But if she doesn't, well, that's her problem, not mine. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.